And we're back with another PicoCTF challenge, this time MatchTheRegex, a web exploitation challenge. Description: how about trying to match a regular expression? Additional details will be available after launching your challenge instance. So let's go ahead, let's launch it. It's going to present us with a web page, which I will open. We can see it takes an input. So let's go ahead. Let's say, please subscribe. And actually, I am going to remove my forms for the last couple hours, just so we don't have all the stuff I've already put in when I was solving this earlier. Wrong match. Try again. One of the first things I like to do when I'm dealing with a web page is I like to view the source and get a sense of what's going on. So up top, we have styling. We don't really care about that. We've got a body, which defines a form, which seems pretty simple. We can see on submission, it calls send request, which is defined down here in the script with a function. It takes the value that we gave it from the form field, and then it runs a fetch against the server. And there's what looks to be a regular expression here, commented. Double slashes means comment. So ways that you could recognize this as a regular expression is, if you are familiar with them, they're a fancy way of matching different things. So like validating a phone number or an email address. The caret is an unusual character. The dots are also unusual characters that tend to occur in regular expressions, as well as the question mark. The easiest way to deal with regular expressions is to pull up a calculator like this guy. This regexr.com is very useful. I'm going to explain how to view this. Up top, we have a regular expression that we've built out. Down here, we have text that we're going to search through. And then at the very bottom, it gives a nice explanation of what our regular expression is doing, because regular expressions can be very complicated. We also have this nice rollover where it tells us what's going on. For example, here we have a range of capital letters from A to Z that it's going to match on. Let's throw this away, and let's bring up the cheat sheet as well. And the cheat sheet is going to show us some of the characters that we saw earlier, like the question mark. The question mark is a quantifier. It says 0 or 1 of these can occur. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put in the regular expression that we saw earlier. And what we can see is caret means beginning. So the beginning of our search criteria, the word starts with, or the match will start with a P, lowercase p, dot matches any character except line breaks. We have 5 of them. Then we want a capital F, an exclamation point, which is optional. So throwing this all away, if we did something like P, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just because we just need 5 arbitrary characters that aren't line breaks, and then did an F, we can see it matches. That's what highlighting means. So if we threw another character in, it would no longer match. We could also match with the exclamation point or without. But we need the lowercase p at the beginning, and we need the 5 arbitrary characters and a capital F. Let's go ahead and let's try this one out. And we can see we got the flag. Let's submit that, and I'll talk a little bit more about regular expressions. First off, regular expressions can be very valuable. Here's an example of validating a phone number. You want 3 digits to start, maybe a dash, another 3 digits, and then 4 digits. Let's grab this and we'll play with this over in the calculator for a second. I'm going to put in an arbitrary phone number, 555, 555, 5589. There we go. And we can see it matched. Moreover, we can throw in these brackets and it will still match. But if we put in too many brackets or the wrong type, it no longer matches. And this is pretty complicated, even for something as small as just validating phone numbers. So you can imagine when you get to something like validating email addresses, it gets to be absolutely disgusting. No one can figure out what this means and no one can reason about it. So that's why there's kind of a meme among programmers that once you have a problem and then you use regular expressions, now you have a second problem. So my advice to you would be keep it simple when you're using regular expressions so that you can understand what's going on. And yeah, they can be a very powerful tool for doing arbitrary searching. Let me show you another example of arbitrary searching. And you'll find regular expressions are supported by a lot of different search tools. So you might be familiar with pressing, I guess it's not supported by Chrome. That's too bad. It's definitely supported by VS Code, and I'll show you in a minute. But it allows you to do more expressive searching. So as an example, if we wanted to search and find everything that started with a capital S, then had a vowel, then had some characters, and was a word, it would look something like this. So we want first capital S. We can see there's save and share that both match. Then we want any of the vowels, and we're just using this character classes here. So square brackets, the characters we're interested in, A, E, I, O, U, and Y. We want at least one, and then we want to have arbitrary characters afterwards, and end in a space. And there you can see we have only one character or one match where there's S followed by a vowel followed by a whole bunch of characters. And you can make these as complicated as you want, and they can be very powerful. Hopefully this has been helpful to you. If it is, please help me out by liking, subscribing, commenting, etc. Appreciate it. Bye.